Hello class, welcome to AIMS India's live class sessions. Hope you are able to understand what we are learning every day. Okay, and in today's class, the first topic we are going to learn is forming numbers. What is it, children? Forming numbers. Now look at the question here. We are given few digits 7, 8, 1, 0, 4 and 9. How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are given 6 digits, and what should we do? We should form the greatest and smallest numbers. Let us write the greatest and smallest numbers using what? Using the digits 7, 8, 1, 0, 4 and 9. Okay class? Yes. First we'll write the greatest number. Now how do you write the greatest number means? Look at all the digits. Now among the given digits, which is the greatest number? Which is the greatest number of all? The greatest number of all is 9. So first we write 9 and then we've already written 9. So in the remaining digits, what is the greatest number? The greatest number is 8. So we write 8. Again we've written 8, so I'll cut it out. In the remaining digits, what is the next greatest number? The next greatest number is 7. So I'll write 7. Moving on, in the remaining these three digits 1, 0 and 4. Which is the greatest number? 4. So I'll write 4. And then we are having only 1 and 0 left. Which is the greatest number? 1. And the remaining number is 0. So 0 will be written in at the last. The greatest number using the given digits is what, children? What did we get? As they are asking us the greatest number, we have started writing the number from the greatest digit given. In the given digits, what did we do? We first took the greatest digit of all the given digits and then we've written it. After that, in the remaining digits, we took the next greatest digit, which is 8. Then we took 7, which is the next greatest digits. Then we took 4, then 1 and then 0. Now how did we, if you look at these digits, these digits are in which order? These digits are in descending order. Descending means, what did I say, children? Descending means decreasing. Descending means in the decreasing order. We write from the greatest number to the smallest number. It is okay if you do not remember to write them in descending order. Just as they are asking us to write the greatest number, we choose the greatest number first and then write. Then we choose the next greatest and then we choose the next greatest. Okay children? Is it clear? Moving on, now we have to write the smallest number. Now what did we do for the greater number? We chose the greatest number from the given digits, which was 9. But in smallest numbers, we do the opposite. We choose the smallest number of the given digits. Now among these given digits, which is the smallest digit? 0 is the smallest digit. If we write 0 in the starting place, we should not write 0 first, because if we write 0 here, if we write 0 as the first digit, then its place value will not be counted. So remember, in such type of questions, even though 0 is the smallest number, never write 0 in the first place. 0 will come in the second place. Okay, 0 will come in the second place. Now what should we write before 0? We should write the next smallest number. We've written already 0, so we are remaining with 7, 8, 1, 4 and 9. Now what is the next smallest number? 1 is the next smallest number. So we write 1 before 0. Understood, children? 0 means nothing, right? If we write 0 in the first place, its place value will not be counted. So we write 0 always in the second place in such questions. Whenever we are forming smallest number, we write 0 in the second place. And what do we write in the first place? We write the next smallest number in the first place. So 1 in the first place, 0 in the second place. Now 1 also we have written. 7, 8, 4 and 9 are remaining. Now which is the next smallest number? 4. 4 is the next smallest number. So we write 4. Then which is the next smallest number? 7. 7 is the next smallest number. Then which is the next smallest? Among only 8 and 9 are remaining. 8 is the smaller number. So we write 8. And only 9 is remaining. So we write 9. So we write what? So we write 9. To write the smallest number using the given digits, we write the digits in ascending order. How did we write? We wrote the digits starting from the smallest number, right? Starting from the smallest number. Now small to big means which order is it? Small to big means ascending order. As I said, we are having S in the ascending order. So we start writing ascending order from smaller to the largest number. If 0 is amongst the digits, if there is 0, like we had 0 here, it takes the second place. It takes the second place but not the first place. So the smallest number we've got is 104,789. How do we read this, children? 1,04,789. Is it clear? For the greatest number, we started writing the greatest digit first and then we wrote the remaining digits in descending order from greatest to the smallest. For smaller number, we wrote the digits in ascending order from starting from the smallest number and moving on to the largest number. And always remember, for smaller numbers, we should not write 0 in the first place. Always write 0 in the second place. Next topic is successor and predecessor. I know that you all learned successor and predecessor in your third class. The only difference here is we are going to learn the successor and predecessor of larger numbers. Successor and predecessor of what? The successor and predecessor of larger numbers, like 5-digit numbers and 6-digit numbers. First comes successor. Now what is a successor? Successor of a number is one more than the number. What is the successor, children? Successor of a number is one more than the number. That is, successor is equal to number plus 1. Now what is success, children? Success, we say that we have done something successfully only after completing that work, right? After completing a work, we can say that we have done it successfully. In the same way, a successor always comes after a given number. Successor comes when? Successor always comes after a given number. When I ask you what comes after 3, what will you say? 4 comes after C. Now 4 comes after 3. Now how did this 4 come? 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Yes or no? 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. As success comes after doing a work, successor is the number which comes after a given number. And how do we find out a number which comes after a given number? We find out that number by adding 1. Right, children? Even in the class, even in the exam, you get confused whether I should add 1 or I should subtract 1 to get the successor. You can do like this. 4 comes after 3. Now how did we get 4? If we subtract 1 from 3, we will get 2. So this is the wrong way. If we add 1 to 3, then we get 4. So for getting the successor, we should add 4. Okay, children, you can do it like this. Next comes the predecessor. Predecessor of a number is 1 less than the number. What is the predecessor? Predecessor of a number is 1 less than the number. That is, predecessor is equal to number minus 1. Again, pre means what? Pre means before. Pre means what, children? Pre means before. So, a predecessor always comes before a given number. Predecessor is what? Predecessor comes before a given number. Again, let us take the same example. What number comes before 3? What number comes before 3? 2 comes before 3. Now, how did we get this 2? If we subtract 1 from 3. If we subtract 1 from 3. 3 minus 1 is equal to what? 2. So, if we subtract 1 from the given number, we get its predecessor. Understood, children? Predecessor is a number which comes before a given number. And how do we get this predecessor? We get this predecessor by subtracting 1 from the given number. Example, the successor of 99,632 is what? Again, success comes after. Success comes when? Success comes after doing something. So, successor is the number which comes after a given number. Is it clear, children? Successor comes after a given number. Now, how do we find out a number that comes after a given number? How do we find out? We find out by adding 1. Now 99,632 plus 1 is equal to what? 2 plus 1, 3. Then we have no digits here. So we can simply copy the digits which are given above. So 99,632 plus 1 is equal to what? 99,633. Is it clear, children? What did we do here? We found out the successor. And how did we do that? We did that by adding 1 to the given number. Next, the predecessor. The predecessor, again, as I said, pre means before. Pre means what? Pre means before. So, predecessor is a number which comes before the given number. And how do we find out a number which comes before a given number? We subtract 1 from it. So, the predecessor of 3,65,300 is what? Is 3,65,300 minus 1. When we subtract 1 from 3,65,300, we get the answer as 3,65,299. Is it clear, children? For successor, we add 1. For predecessor, we subtract 1. Is this clear? What did we learn till now? We learned about forming the greatest number and smallest number using the given digits. And we've learnt about successor and predecessor. For successor, we add 1. For predecessor, we subtract 1. Next comes the Indian and international system of numeration. What is the next topic, children? Indian and international systems of numeration. When I say Indian, I am referring to that which we use in India. What is India? India is our country. So, system of numeration means the place value chart we use. We use a place value chart, right? Yes, we use a place value chart. And the place values we use in our country, in India, is known as the Indian system. Is known as what? Is known as the Indian system. Next is the international system. International means the other countries outside India. There are many countries outside India, right? Apart from India, we are having many countries. So all in those countries, most of the countries do not use our Indian system. They do not use our Indian system. They use international system of numeration. Is it clear, children? In our country, in India, we follow the Indian system of numeration and use the Indian place value chart. Most countries outside India use the International system of numeration. Okay, India and other countries. In the system used in India is called as Indian system. The system used in other countries, which is followed by most of the countries, is called as the international system. Take a look at the difference between the Indian and international systems of numerations. Okay, children, let us take a difference. Let us take a look at the difference between both the systems of numeration. First one is our Indian place value chart. We all know our Indian place value chart, right? I hope you all are perfect in this place value chart by now, because from the first class every day we are discussing this place value chart. What comes first? Ones, then comes tens, then comes hundreds, then comes thousands, then comes 10,000s, followed by lakhs and 10 lakhs. Yes or no, children? This is our place value chart, Indian place value chart, the chart we use in our India. And in our India, we divide the place values into periods like this. In the ones period, we have ones, tens and hundreds, right? In the ones period, we have ones, tens and hundreds. Coming to the thousands period, we have thousands and 10,000s. Coming to the lakhs period, what do we have, children? We have lakhs and 10 lakhs. You remember this, right? And why do we use these periods? We use these periods to separate the numbers using commas. We put commas in a number depending on their periods. Now look at the number here. We are having 5, 6. Because the lakhs period ends here, we put up a comma. Then we are having the two numbers 8, 7. Again this thousands period has ended here, right? So we put a comma. Then we are having 709. Right? What did we do? We put commas in our number depending on our periods. How do we put commas in Indian system? We put the first comma after 3 digits. Right, children? We put the first comma after 3 digits, and the next commas after what? After every 2 digits. Right, children? First comma after the 3 digits, and then the next commas after every 2 digits. And how do we read this number here? See, 5, 6 is in which period, children? 5 and 6 are in lakhs period. So we read it as 56 lakhs. What do we read it as? 56 lakhs. And 8, 7 are in thousands period. Now 8, 7 together, how do we read it? We read it as 87, and then we place the thousands period beside it. We read it as 87,000. 56 lakhs 87,709. 709. 0 is in tens place, so we do not read 0 here. 0. Simply we skip from 700 to 9, as there is no 0 means what? 0 means that there is no number in tens place. When there is no number, there is no need to read that number. Yes, children? Now how did we read this number here? 56 and lakhs. 56 lakhs as it is in lakhs period. 87 thousands as it is in thousands period. And 709. Clear, children? Yes, Indian place value chart we already know. Now let us move to the international place value chart. And where is this international place value chart used? This chart is used in other countries apart from India. In our India, we do not use this place value chart. What do we use? We use the Indian place value chart. and in most of the other countries they use the international place value chart. Let us look at the international place value chart. Okay, if you look at this international place value chart, the first three are same. In the ones period we also had ones, tens and hundreds. The international chart also has ones, tens and hundreds. Now what comes after ones period, children? Thousands period. Yes, thousands period comes after the ones period. And what did we have in thousands period? We had thousands and 10,000. But in place value chart, look at this here, we are having another new place value called as the 100,000. What is this? 100,000. In our place value chart we had thousands, 10,000s, and after that we had lakhs, right? Now this lakhs here is read as hundreds thousand. In India we call it as lakhs. In the international place value chart they call it as 100,000. Okay children, they follow this ones, tens, hundred rule for every period. Like this is ones, this is tens, 10,000, and this is hundreds, hundreds thousand. Again here this is million, which is nothing but ones, 10 million, which is tens, 100 millions in hundreds style. See, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, and then ones, tens, hundreds here also. Understood? The difference here in Indian and international place value chart starts from this. Till this, all the 5 place values are same. In India, we call this place value as lakhs, but in the international system, they call it as hundreds, thousands. Okay, children? Now, what comes after 100,000? After 100,000 comes millions. Comes what? Comes millions. And from millions they start the millions period, and from millions they start the millions period. Now what did we have here? We had lakhs for 100,000, and after lakhs we had 10 lakhs. Yes or no children? We had 10 lakhs. But in this international chart they are having million. Okay, they are having million. You simply remember that just like 1,000, 10,000 and 100,000, they have millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. In our place value chart, what were the periods? We had ones, thousands and lakhs periods, but in international they have ones, thousands and millions. And coming to the commas also, look at here, our first period ended after 3 digits. Here also it is having 3 digits, but in the second period they are having 2 digits. What did we have? We had only 2 digits in our place value chart. We had thousands and 10,000s only in thousands period. But here they are having thousands, 10,000s and 100,000. Yes, so the comma here comes after 3 digits. In our place value chart, how do? We put the second comma after 2 digits. Then we had lakhs period, but here they are having the millions period. Again this millions period also consists of 3 digits, so the comma will be put after 3 digits here. But in our Indian place value chart, lakhs period has only 2 digits, so the comma will be placed after 2 digits. Understanding the difference here children, in our Indian system we place commas after the first 3 digits and then after every 2 digits. But in international place value chart they place commas after every 3 digits. 3 digits, 3 digits, then comma, 3 digits, comma, 3 digits, comma, 3 digits, comma, 3 digits. Okay children? These are the main differences. We place commas here after 2 digits, but in international they place commas after 3 digits. In Indian place value we have Ones, thousands and lakhs periods. International place value has ones, thousands and millions period. We call this place value as lakhs, but in internationally they call it as 100,000. After this we have 10 lakhs, but they call it as million. And how do we read this number here in international place value system? 5 millions. 5 is in which period? Millions period. 5 millions. 687. How do we read this 687, children? We read it as 687, and then we read thousands as it is in thousands period. 5,687,709. Okay, children, 5,687,709. From the above two charts, we observe the following. Again, as I said, first period we had was ones, and in international chart also they have ones period. In the second period, second period in both the charts is thousands, but the difference is that we have only two places in periods in the thousands period. They are thousands and 10,000. But in the international chart, they have three places. What are they? Thousands, 10,000s and hundreds thousands. The third period is lakhs for us, in which we have two places, lakhs and 10 lakhs. But in international chart, the third period is millions, and the number of places is 3. What are those places? Millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. Okay, children, these are the main differences between Indian place value chart and international place value chart. I hope this is clear. Remember, what should we remember? In the international system, we write 1 lakh is equal to hundreds thousand. As I said, after 10,000s we have lakhs. But after 10,000, what do international system has? They have 100,000s. So 1 lakh is written as 100,000s. In what? In the international system. And 10 lakhs is written as 1 million. What do we have after lakhs? We have 10 lakhs. Yes or no, children? We have 10 lakhs. But when it comes to the international system, after 100,000, what do we have? We have millions. So 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million in international system. Is this clear? I hope this is clear what we have learned today. I'll ask you some questions, okay, children? Now give me the answer. How many places do we have in the thousands period in the Indian system? How many places? Children? Yes, we have two places which are thousands and 10,000s. Again, the second question is, how many places do we have in the thousands period in the international system? How many places do we have in the thousands period in the international system? 3. What are they? Thousands, 10,000s and 100,000. Yes. What is the third period? What is the third period in Indian system? What is it, children? It is lakhs. Yes, it is lakhs. Now what about the third period in the international system? What do we have? The third period in international system. Very good. It is the millions period. We have ones, we have thousands period, and then we have the millions period. In Indian system, we have the ones period, we have the thousands period, and then we have the lakhs period. And what places are there in the millions period? In the millions period, what do we have, children? We have millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. Yes, we have millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. And coming to the last question, how do we place commas in the Indian system? We place commas, first comma after 3 digits and then the rest after every 2 digits. Now when it comes to the international system, how do we place? We place the commas after every 3 digits. Okay children, we place the commas after every 3 digits. So this was all about the international and Indian place value system. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for live class schedules, recorded videos of live sessions and other notifications. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to receive latest updates.